Welcome to a lunchtime conversation. All right. So this one is going to be based on so I'll even give a shout out to the YouTube channel. It's called
Kurzgesagt.
Yes, I think you said it correctly. So however you said it.
Okay.
So they have an episode recently that's called Ancient Life as Old as the Universe. And it was actually really, really cool to go through. So I want to talk about it here and then like recap the episode.
Did you print the video?
Just clips from the video. It was awesome. I loved it. So I want to talk about the video, but then also like, okay, well, where are we? Because it's going to talk about billions of years ago, where life came from, but then maybe talk about, okay, well, where is life going? That'll be maybe some of the more speculative stuff.
Print the video.
That's
Every
like
page. I have 15
AOL,
pages.
Some AOL shit. Hey, check out this video.
I printed MapQuest.
Yeah.
I printed memes to show you guys. Okay, first pop quiz. How old is planet Earth?
10,000 years.
13.6 billion.
Ooh, I think you're the closest.
You're way far off.
I know.
Oh.
It's like 3.6, isn't it?
So planet Earth is 4 billion years old. Life appeared 3.7 billion years
How
old.
old's the universe though?
I know. I was going to get to that. How old's the universe?
13.6.
Yep, you're right.
God, I'm so good.
Except you're so off on planet Earth.
Yeah, but I had them mixed up. Okay.
I know. You did good though. Okay.
No, it's all 10,000.
6,000.
6,000, sorry.
Can you even prove
You need
that
to study
history is real?
You need to.
By the way, that is
Tuesday theory.
Yeah, it was Thursday.
Oh.
Last Thursday.
I was just saying some shit.
Last Thursday.
We're all just talking shit.
Can't technically prove history even exists.
That's true.
And if you believe in simulation theory, history's not real.
Okay, back into this because I'm going to get into some science stuff. And this is what was cool about this YouTube channel. Go check it out. They do really cool videos. One thing that they dove into is life is like if you broke down life into like building blocks, everything has a genome. And a genome is just like a DNA coding structure, and it tells the workings what to do. The cool part about the video is it says if you look, and the reason I want to print it off is to show you guys. If you look at how long a genome is.
By the way, guys, we have a TV in the room, just so you know. But he printed off.
Next time. So if you look at how long a genome is, it doubles like not exponentially, but it doubles at a time frame that makes sense. So what you can also do is you can line out these genomes, and then you can start to track backwards in time. The problem is if so like humans, this is how long their genome is. Say it's 5 units long. And then you go to a fish, it's 2.5. Then you go to this little molecule. Now it's 1.75, if I'm doing my math correctly, so on and so forth. If you were to actually do that and then map out how long life is, because as life grew and evolved, it got more complicated. So now you can go backwards in time.
So the sequencing gets longer the more complex it is. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as far as evolution goes, it lines up exactly with time. So
what's the difference between like a genome and like DNA?
It's the same thing, like the DNA structure, the genome type of stuff.
I feel like there's a scientist out there that's going to.
He's like,
they're going to make fun of us.
Yeah.
That's
unsubscribe.
Neil deGrasse Tyson's never coming on this show.
Yeah, no, he's like, they don't even know the difference between a genome and a deoxyribonucleic acid.
Good job. Look at you.
Yeah, it is, baby.
You know what you're talking about.
I want him back.
Okay, now let's go back. So if you were to map this out backwards to see when life began, how far back would it go in time? Because that's basically what they're doing is you can look at genomes
to see like how old life actually
to see how old life is. What do you think it would be?
Ooh. And you said the Earth's how old? 4 billion?
The Earth is 4 billion years old.
Oh,
10 billion.
No,
yes,
no.
It goes 10 billion years in the past.
Hell yeah.
And so this
science, bitch.
No, if the Earth's 4 billion years old,
I know.
How are they mapping genomes that are 10
and that's
billion?
the problem. So they're taking.
I guess that's the point of your episode, right?
That's the point. But if they're taking the creatures that they found at the beginning of life or the beginning of Earth, and they're like, these were way more complex, and that's the whole point. They're like, how did like Earth forms 4 billion years ago out of asteroids, lava, and it's just like a molten magma soup. Yeah. And then it starts to cool down enough.
I think it's called primordial soup.
Yes, that cools down enough that there's water. And then you're telling me a few million years later, there's just complex life forms. And that's basically where they're like, it's kind of sketchy. And what are the chances that this molecule ran into this molecule and made protein and DNA structures that turned into a genome and was actually starting to make multi-celled organisms or even single-celled organisms. So long story short, this is the cool part about it. So the universe, when the universe exploded, so here's another pop quiz, is the universe getting hotter and colder as time goes on?
Colder.
So when the universe exploded, it was really hot. Or not the universe, Big Bang. When Big Bang happened, it was really hot. So 10 billion years ago, guess what? Every single square inch or nanometer, whatever you want to say, was 0 to 100 degrees Celsius, which is the Goldilocks zone for life to form.
But if it got colder, oh wait.
So that's what, but it slowly.
Space is cold as fuck.
Yeah, and it's also getting colder and colder.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right now, if you go out into space, how cold is it?
Cold as fuck. But back then, you're saying it's just like it's a nice warm summer day.
It's a hot soup.
Everywhere was.
It's a warm summer day.
That's what you're just burning.
So 10 billion years ago, it was a Goldilocks zone that they're saying life could have been forming just in dust everywhere.
10 billion years ago? But wasn't it hot as fuck?
No. The
0
universe
to 100 C. 100 C is the boiling point of water.
Okay.
For
it was that.
So the entire universe for a huge chunk of time was 0 degrees freezing to boiling. And it was for millions of years, it was that temperature. So
there's no way we're alone.
So there's billions of years, not billions, there's millions of years where life formed and probably seeded itself in asteroids. And then as it got colder and these asteroids started to hit other planets or other galaxies, that's what seeded life.
They froze.
They were on asteroids when they hit. That's why when they hit planet Earth, like so many billion years later.
So like microbes were on asteroids or something like that.
But what happened? So the theory, I think it's the primordial soup or whatever it's called, where you had all this. The theory I thought was there was amino acids or the building blocks of life which were there.
And that's the whole point. It is the chances of you just throwing soup together and making amino acids is so unlikely. Like that is.
And so they're saying that these things were there and then the soup washed them out and then they were able to create because they were already here.
No, they're saying
that's when they were created, right?
No, I'm saying 10 billion years ago.
I'm not tracking, dude.
10 billion years ago, there was life that was starting to form.
From what?
From the primordial soup. So, sorry, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I am tracking. You're not.
No.
10 billion years ago, yes, life was starting to form. It was forming amino acid chains that ended up being a single-celled organism, was starting to progress and move, getting even maybe small little bacteria or worms or small little things. And then that's what started to seed the universe. So when it did hit Earth 4 billion years ago, it was already way, way more complex than it should have been. So it was just really interesting to look at. And this is legit science. This isn't just like, oh no, this is a hypothesis. Like this is one of the top ways that life could have started on planet Earth.
That you learned in a YouTube channel.
No, hey, that's not just any YouTube channel. It's Kurzgesagt.
Kurzgesagt.
Okay.
Kurzgesagt. So
it's so good. You got to go check them out. They have a bunch of cool videos.
Dude, I love their videos. Most of them.
They're the ones who do like the cool animation, right?
Yeah, they got like the little round guys.
Yeah. The little birds.
Yeah. Shout out.
And the cool thing is they do dumb it down. They don't go way into detail. It's a 12-minute video that makes something like this super complex, and then
easily digestible against for someone who's as stupid as me.
Stupid as me. But it's crazy to think that, because I think we try to think we're unique and like life started on planet Earth, and it's like, no, bro. Like here's the other cool part.
Adam and Eve.
Here's the other cool part about it I learned. Did you know that in order to build like the amino acids and all these building blocks for life, it had to come from star guts? Like
star guts.
Yeah, when stars explode,
were already here for billions of years, blew up, and then life.
Yeah. Like in order to like the fission of stars is what creates some of these elements. Like they weren't naturally in the universe until stars created them through all the fission and the intense gravity. And then when they went supernova,
I have heard that before.
And then I think Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about
you're made of stardust.
You are literally made from stars, which is also really cool to think about. That's like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Here's a theory for all my conspiracy people, and Trevin will love this one. There was a theory, and I don't know how real it is. It's probably not real at all. It's probably some whack job who came up with this. But basically, imagine that one of those asteroids hit Earth. It wasn't actually an asteroid. It was from another civilization that was sent to seed Earth but it was the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs, and it had a bunch of human DNA human stuff on it and seeds that spread life.
Just sperm.
And it was the Adam and Eve asteroid.
It was just an asteroid of sperm. It was just a scaled up. It
was a little spermy Adam and Eve asteroid.
It was from the, on Marvel, how there's like that giant skull.
Yeah.
It was his.
It was a head.
So, yeah.
So I guess something to speculate. What does life look like in another million years for humans? Because if you think about it, humans have only been around for, I don't know the answer to this, but how long have humans been around for?
I think it's a couple 100,000 years, honestly. I think it's a long time.
I think it's a few million.
Million? Nah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of humans with communication ability.
Okay. Yes. From that standpoint, I think it's 12,000 years.
But you're saying humanity, like
Homo sapiens and Homo erectus and that type of stuff. Like they've been around for a long, long time. And so that's
another 5 million years on that.
Yeah. What does it look like? Like what do humans look like? I would even say in 100 years.
Oh, 100 years, probably not much different.
Robots.
Nah, not quite. Man, maybe. We're advancing quick.
Cyborgs.
Yeah.
But 1,000 years, we're uploaded to the mainframe. We're not even
brains.
We're not even flesh bots anymore. We're in jars.
Actually, it's probably the people from 20 years from now. It's those people that are still living.
Oh, you mean 20? And 20 years from now, they get born.
Yeah.
Or like
and
we're
they're
screwed.
Still living.
We're screwed. Our kids, however, have immortality.
How many years until immortality would be a thing?
2. I'm just 200. Sorry. No, actually, I think immortality, like full on immortality, you can live forever.
Yeah.
Like a pill. They just.
No, you guys are going to make fun of me, like nanobot type technology.
Every time.
Nanobots.
It's my thing. If I could be a superhero, I'd be nanobot man.
I'm gonna be edgy. I think like 50 years.
I think so.
We're gonna find it in 50 years.
I do too. I am 30. I'm 35. I would not be surprised by the time I'm in my 60s that it's like, hey, we have some technology that you can like triple, quadruple your lifespan.
It'll come in the form of reversing the aging process.
I don't know. I think you guys are thinking about it probably too like glorification of the aging process. I think we're screwed. I think our generation is dead.
Nah.
I think we're fucked.
No.
I think
30 years.
I think we're like 100 years too soon.
Think what was 30 years ago?
30 years ago, can you even imagine an iPhone?
Okay, but like DNA and reverse aging is way more complicated.
No,
it's electricity.
From 3 years ago, 4 years ago, did you even really consider that AI could have been a thing?
10 years ago, could you have conceived of even the thought of ChatGPT?
No, I'm not arguing that point at all. And I think it is awesome. And I do want to live forever, or not forever. Actually, I don't want to live forever. A different episode.
we go right back down that same rabbit hole.
But I would like to live to like 1,000 years. That'd be awesome. I don't think it's happening for us. I think we're fucked.
It's happening. We're just gonna be old.
I almost guarantee you
we're gonna be old.
We're not. We're not gonna live till 150. Probably be 130, 120.
I bet y'all live over 100. That's my goal.
You want to bet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's the stakes?
Let's do like a crazy amount, because by that time, hopefully, we're just loaded. So let's say $1 million. You don't make it.
No, I'm not doing $1 million because what happens when we're like life expectancy is 250 and now I'm in debt to $1 million?
No. What you do?
Get the money if you live past. You're saying you don't.
Yeah. So 130 is what you said.
No, I'll live over 100.
Oh, over 100K. So what you need to do is in your will, you will to me 100 or $1 million
if you don't make it to 130.
Up until 99.99 years old.
And if you do, and he dies before you, you will it then that your kids give it to him.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not that confident.
Oh man. Come on. It's not. You don't even have the money yet.
I think that's when it's the money aspect. Like
you're going to be loaded by 130 years. If you live to 130, that's 2 lifetimes.
Yeah, you're loaded.
No, I only want to live past 100.
Yeah, 100.
Oh,
you dumb shit.
Are you even listening?
Yeah, he's not. We lost him back when Kurz Kazat.
I would love to live for a long time. As long as I'm in good health.
I think you guys are glorifying it. Like it is. You would love to. You're idolizing it, but it's not going to happen.
No, my want is I want immortality.
What do you realistically think is going to happen? You realistically think you're living till 120?
I realistically think in 30 to 50 years, like they will be coming up with some crazy, crazy stuff. I look at even like the pregnancies with my wife 50 years ago, she would have just died on the delivery table. They would have been like, oh, you're screwed. Sorry, you're dead. Like, so in another 30, 50 years, like I think it's going to be pretty incredible.
No cancer.
I don't know, guys. I don't know.
My one worry about it though is it'll be a money thing where it's the
Elysium?
rich, where the rich are the ones that are doing it.
That's absolutely how it would start.
I know, and that's my only concern.
Look at COVID and the COVID shot. The rich got the COVID shot.
But look at phones. Only the rich had phones at first.
True.
It was only like 10 years before us poor folk had them.
Only the rich people have ever gotten rid of AIDS.
You just throw a lot of money at it. That's the cure.
You just
rub money on your junk.
But even like they talk about like rich people do live longer from the stats. They have less stress. They have better health care. Yep. So like that's what worries me is that it would be discovered and it would be like hey, if you have $1 million, you can go get this shot, even though the shot only costs $10 to make. Yeah. But they're going to pay $50 million for the shot.
True.
What is interesting though, going back to your genome stuff, is how complicated it is now. Can you even imagine how complicated it would be to double again?
Oh, like as far as like the DNA structure itself.
Yeah.
That is interesting to think because I don't. So so getting into some alien stuff, would you say if we didn't evolve with cyborgs and we just kept evolving from like a natural standpoint, a biological standpoint, would we get to the point that we can start to communicate telepathically or stuff like that?
Yeah, right.
Because we evolved so far.
Yeah.
So here's my theory with the genome stuff is I don't know much about it. So NDT, I apologize. But we stop evolving because we no longer need to evolve physically.
We're solved.
And I think there is a little bit of
because we're smart enough to evolve our surroundings.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like our problems, our predators are solved. So therefore our surrounding evolves. We get rid of all the tigers and lions.
Yeah.
We don't need to no longer evolve.
But okay, to argue against my argument, things like allergies are now more of a thing than they weren't before, right? So that's well, even like are changing.
So there are things even from like a height or a hair standpoint. People are attracted to people with less hair, like especially from a female standpoint. If it's a heterosexual relationship, so like people are having less hair, they're getting taller. Like I would have been a giant back in like 12,000 years ago, and now I'm probably one of the shortest people at work
on the planet.
And so like that's something interesting to think about but when they depict aliens, they're very tall, they don't have any hair, their eyes are bigger,
they're not muscly, they got the brain but not the brawn.
Yep, because they don't need it.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that is interesting. I don't know how much more it would evolve from this point.
I think we would get to that point. You would absolutely evolve. Let's say electricity wasn't a thing and we had to live in the dark and fire wasn't necessarily a thing. Our eyes would be better than they are today.
Yeah.
And they're worse now. Everyone wears glasses.
Yeah. Because we don't need them. We can solve it.
Yeah.
I got LASIK, so I wear glasses, permanent glasses.
Did you actually get LASIK?
I got LASIK.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
I thought I did. Maybe I did not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not jealous because it terrifies me, but I'm also jealous.
Oh, it was watching someone cut your eye open was pretty weird. Like not fun. It didn't hurt, but
it's weird to watch a blade come into your eyeball.
Yeah. And then they peel it back and you just can't, like, it's just blurry as all get out.
And yeah, you're like, I'm screwed. If they mess up from here, we're done.
I'm done.
Back to your topic. I wanted to ask a question to wrap it up. Is that all you had on?
Yeah. Just as crazy. I think it's a cool concept that life could have really began because we look at,
and the science shows it too. It's not like
it's
quite a theory, but
it is a theory, but there's science that backs it up. It's like, it makes sense. Like the universe was this temperature. There could have been life everywhere. And as the universe got bigger and bigger and more planets formed, like asteroids that had that life on it landed. And that's why it was so far again. Mm-hmm. At 3.7 billion years ago, the life that was on planet Earth was pretty complex. It wasn't this basic structure.
So then to my question to you guys, if you were betting men, which you are in this scenario, did life start on Earth?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I also don't think so. I've heard of
Did
the
it
asteroid.
start on Earth? Yeah, probably not. I bet there's life forms that started before Earth.
No, what I'm saying is life that's currently on Earth.
Oh,
Was it seeded from other?
This genome or whatever this is, this life, did it start here?
I'm actually kind of on the it did.
I'm on the no.
Really?
I think so.
See,
but you make a compelling argument because I think back to my 16-year-old days when I was going through food handler safety and
how easy it was to contaminate
that Goldilocks zone between 0 and 120 or something, right? Or what is it, 40 and 120 or something?
Yeah, for Fahrenheit.
Well, when Big Bang happened, it was hot as shit. Now it's cold as shit. We had to move through that
Goldilocks zone.
So do you want to hear a crazy theory that makes me think that life didn't start here? Not in a theory, but it's a thing that science...
It's a conspiracy theory?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Scientists are going to do this, and they're going to test the waters on the moon of Jupiter.
Europa?
Is it Europa? They're going to test the waters, and how they're going to do it is they're going to fly a spacecraft through the water storm dust cloud to collect DNA samples to see if there's life on it. Now imagine if you're an asteroid traveling through, you fly through a plume of water, a plume of molten whatever, a plume of...
And just catch some stuff.
And just accidentally catch it. You've got it on you. And now you hit Earth. Boom.
Yep.
It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
Like it really wouldn't be that difficult.
Because that's what the tail of comets is, isn't it?
Just ice.
That's like melting because it gets too close to the sun.
I don't know if it's because it's too close to the sun, but I know it's a trail of ice.
Oh, okay.
And water and evaporation. But that's what they're actually going to do to test some water and see if there's DNA or life in it.
Yep.
Which is crazy. But cool topic.
Yeah, just fun, short. Go check out the YouTube channel. You can catch us on a Lunchtime Conversation on Instagram and Facebook. Go ahead and send us a message. And on Twitter or X, it is a Lunchtime Convo.
You can also email us at lunchtimeconvo@gmail.com if you have any feedback or if you'd like to present an idea for us to talk about on the podcast.